Hey there, good looking. Join me for this legs, shoulder, and abs strength workout. I have picked 6 of the best exercises to hit all of these areas. I cannot wait to get you going. Now you need some tools for this workout. I recommend a pair of moderate and heavy dumbbells. For reference, I'm using a pair of 10s and 15s. And if you're a beginner, I also recommend having a chair nearby so that we can elevate the ground on a movement. All right, let's go get warmed up. Hello there and welcome. Hey, I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com as well as over50fitness.co. And heads up, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. I would love to keep working with you. If you're enjoying this workout ads-free on the Over 50 Fitness app, head to our private community after this workout and let me know what you thought of it. In particular, let me know what you thought of this amazing warm-up we're about to do. All right, let's get down on the ground. I'm going to teach you some new moves if you've been with me for a while. So, left leg straight, right leg up and over. We there? Beautiful. Left arm straight up, and now try to get that full left shoulder blade on the ground, so you may have to walk it up. Now take that right hand and place it on the outside of that right thigh, like my left and right, and then simply lift it up and back, trying to get the back of the hand to touch the mat, arm going in a bit of a V pattern. Here we go. Do it again. So warming up into the shoulder and T-spine here. We keep that left arm still. And as I mentioned, we're going out on a V, sort of V shape when you drop that arm back and behind you, back of the hand, touching your ground, arm as straight as possible. Good, let's do one more. Excellent, now anchor that knee with the left hand, right elbow behind the ear, elbow touches in front of the mat, and now rotate it back and try to touch the mat behind you. Do it again. Now I'm lifting my head up so that my mic doesn't hit the mat. I don't want you to lift your head up, okay? I want you to keep the head on the mat, and you're taking elbow in front, touch the mat behind you, and then can you get the elbow to touch the mat behind you? So in front and behind. T-spine rotation, flexion, extension, right here. One more. Excellent. Here we go. Let's do the other side. Right leg extends, left knee up and over. Take that right arm straight up now and then walk the shoulder so that it's fully on your mat. Here we go. Left hand, left thigh, come on a diagonal. Drop the arm behind you, trying to get that back of the hand and arm to touch the mat. Everything else stays still. Try to aim for that left shoulder also coming down onto your ground. So this is going to warm us up for the shoulder work and some of the hip work too that we're doing. One more. Beautiful. Anchor that left knee with the right hand, left elbow behind the ear, elbow touches in front of the mat, and now rotate and let it touch behind you. Good. We have 6. Two more. Last one. And come on up into a standing position for me. Beautiful. Now, taking yourself into a 3-way squat, right leg's going to tap as we squat with this leg. Now it's going to tap out to the side. Now it tap out behind you. Good. So leg stays straight that we're tapping. We're working stabilization into the hip and the muscles around the knee as we go in this sort of round-the-clock pattern here. Good. One more. Tap behind. Good. Now your right leg. Here we go. So you're going to bend it. Leg stays straight. And that one that we're tapping, and it's just tapping the ground. We want all of the balance, all of the strength into this right leg of yours. Chest is lifted. Great job. Two more. Last one. And some big arm circles. All right, so we have 4 rounds here, 45 seconds on the clock. We alternate between a leg motion, shoulder motion, and then a core. Then we'll take a break and go through a new series of moves. So I want you to grab your heavies. We have reverse lunges. For those of you that don't like to lunge, you'll see in the screen I'm doing a feet elevated bridge. Now for your lunge pattern, we alternate, and we're going to lean forward slightly so that we put the emphasis onto that front glute. And I also find that it tends to be a little bit more knee friendly when you have that slight lean. Now, what size dumbbell is totally dependent on where you're at or how you're feeling today. You can also go body weight. Now, you're going to drop that back knee as far down to the ground as it feels comfortable for you. Not allowing the shoulders to round or keeping that upper back pulled back slightly, engaging into the mid-traps there, rhomboids. Good. As mentioned, 45 seconds are on the clock, and then we'll give the legs a break and move into the shoulders. Let's do one more lunge. Time. All right, so grab ladder. I'm going to use 10s. Stagger your stance a little bit. Support your low back by coming off of that back heel. Palms can face away or you, whatever feels best for the shoulders, and then press up and slowly back down. Now you can also use your legs to help press the dumbbells up. See how I'm kind of bending and using the legs to generate some power. So I tried to pick the best moves that are going to give you the most bang for your workout time with me today that hit legs, shoulders, and abs. They're not the only ones, but these are compound movements, so they are going to hit those areas that I talked about, as well as all of the muscles that surround the joints in that area. One more here for me. All right, now we're moving into a high plank. For those of you that are just starting out in your fitness journey, I want you to elevate your hands in a chair, and you'll see up there in the screen. Everybody else, wrists under shoulders. All right. Now I want your ankles on top of your toes so they're not pushed right back. You shouldn't feel a stretch in your calves so much. Now from this position, pike the bum up just a bit and look at your laces, and then come back to high plank and look up past your mat there. Here we go, push. So we're not going up into a downward dog position because I want to keep constant tension on the abs. And then if you need to take a breather by dropping onto the knees and staying there without moving the hips, go for it, all right? Remember, any goal of your workout is to push your envelope. So it's not to keep up with me, and it's not to go so hard that you're not going to be able to move tomorrow. Time. Because I want you to be able to move tomorrow. All right, so we take it back to the top to those lunges or bridges if lunges aren't your thing. With or without your dumbbells, feet hip width apart. Here we go. Step back, get that knee low. Good. Now, I don't mind if you're a little sore the next day, but I don't want you crippled for days. If you are sore, though, because I do get people that are just starting out with me, and they do get quite sore the next day, understandable. It's completely normal. The worst thing you can do is not move. So you'll notice if you work out really hard, the next day you try to, get up off your chair, or if you've been in a sedentary position for a while, you get up, and that's where it really hurts the most. You need to keep yourself moving. Walking, light workout, yoga, stretching, mobility. You need to keep working. Keep moving. Time. All right, shoulder press. I need to rub my eye because it's all cloudy. Something going on there. Okay, so again, stagger the stance so we can use the legs a little bit, and palms facing away or to you, doesn't matter. And feel free to use your legs. Breathe. So now we've got shoulders, upper back, and triceps involved. So again, multi-joint movement because whatever muscles cross both our shoulders and our elbow joint are being worked. And a lot of core when you're doing a press. Do you feel the abs activated? Trust me, they are. If you don't feel them, I promise you. Time. All right, so we have that high plank to pike, and the hands can be elevated if you're just starting out, or if being in a plank bothers your wrists. It takes some of the body weight off. Wrists under shoulders, be on top of your toes. Now push the hips up slightly, look at your laces, float back to shoulders and wrists lined up, head looking ahead. Good. You go at your tempo, your speed. My abs are still feeling it from the workout I released on Monday. If you missed it, it's a good one. It's a non-stop core cardio. Time. All right, we're coming up. We're into our third round of 4. So lunges or those bridges if the knees are starting to feel it. If you're lunging with me, feet hip width apart, shoulders back and down, step back. Again, you go as low as it feels comfortable for your knee joint. Slight lean and hinge forward from the hip, so this becomes more of a hip dominant lunge rather than a knee dominant. So you should feel the tush fire up a bit more on this. This is a really great lower body exercise. We've got everything working from the hips down, time, including balance, and upper back, your posture muscle. All right, shoulder presses now. Remember to bend those knees to pick your dumbbells up. Stagger your stance, ready? Use the legs a little bit, and then lower down nice and slow. So that T-spine drill that we did at the very beginning in our warm-up, that was to get us ready for this. Quite often the upper back area or your T-spine is tight, and it really causes havoc for people that then try to do an exercise with pressing above the head. Their spine's locked up, they can't do it, and the movement comes from their low back instead. So really important we keep an eye on that T-spine of yours. Time. Whew. All right, plank to pike. All right. So wrists under shoulders, whether you're using a chair or maybe your hands are elevated on a step or a bosu, right? So a variety of ways you can elevate your hands. The closer to the ground you are, the more challenging the move becomes. Feet are apart. We want to keep the hips very quiet. Ankles over the toes. When we go back to that high plank, wrists are under shoulders. Woo! Almost there. Feeling your upper back too? So am I. Time. All right, shake out those arms. We have one more round and then a water break before we move into the next series. So lunge or bridge. Feet hip width apart if you're with me. Shoulders pulled back and down. Ready, and lunge it. Try to keep those feet hip width apart. Even when you step back, that'll help your balance as you step back. One more here. Time. All right, let's grab onto those lighter weights, using the legs to get them. Okay, so shoulder press, kickstand that back heel. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up. Good. So you might be feeling your triceps, you might be feeling your shoulders. All right, both are working with this press pattern. Now this is the base movement, all right? We're going to layer onto this exercise for the next series. It's going to be awesome. Woo, baby. 4th round. Yeah, your muscles are starting to feel it. I'm proud of you. All right. If you've been training for a while, multiple sets will really help you push through any plateaus. 1 more rep. Time. Whew. All right, here we go. High plank. And again, you can elevate your hands, right? I know, sorry if I sound like a broken record. Here we go. Wrists under shoulders, feet apart. Push the hips up, look at your laces. Float your hips back to neutral, looking past your fingertips and up above you slightly. Good. So again, it's not a full downward dog, but we are moving through the hip joint and the shoulders. So this is actually a really good shoulder mobility drill as well. Here you go. You're welcome. Just for that, this video deserves a thumbs up. Whew. Last couple of reps, and then we get a water break. Time. Woo, baby. All right. Grab a sip of water. We're going to go into a final set with a new series of moves. All right, while you sip some water, take a look at our first exercise, all right? Intermediate advanced people, you'll hold on to 1 heavy dumbbell. Hold it close to the chest. We call this goblet style. Feet are just hip width apart. Whew, easy for me to say. We squat and we tap it for some glute stabilization work while we also work into the quads, all right? You ready? Okay, we're going to get going in about 5 seconds. So feet are what? Hip width, that's right. So squat, good. Bum goes back, now tap it. Keep everything in the upper body still as you tap it out. That's where that stabilization comes in. So you'll feel the outer hips fired up, your glutes fired up, and the quads. Dumbbell stays close to the body. And again, you can get rid of the dumbbell too. We're not sinking into a deep squat, probably about a quarter squat, and then we're tapping out, trying to keep everything quiet in the upper body with that tap. Good job. Woo, I feel my hips. This is awesome. Time. All right, now we're layering on with that shoulder press. So grab those lighter dumbbells again. We're doing what's called an Arnie press or an Arnold press. This is going to hit the front of your shoulders as well as your medial delt. So start with the palms facing you and hands in front, elbows down. Now as you come up, rotate and then come back down and rotate, palms facing you again. Now abs are engaged. Don't let that low back sag, or not necessarily sag. What happens is you start to tilt your pelvis that way. Don't let that happen, all right? So if you need to kickstand, if that helps you, go for it. I find for the Arnie press, though, for me personally, feet hip width apart, knees soft, the best setup. You can use your legs a little bit, but I want you to see if you can just use shoulders now and upper back and triceps. Whew. Time. All right, now we're moving back into that high plank with a new plank exercise. So elevate your hands if you need to. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Now take your left knee and bring it to your left forearm. Tick-tock it to the right forearm, then back to the left and bring it back down. So right knee, right forearm, left forearm. Good, so it's called a tick-tock mountain climber, just kind of mimicking the hand of a grandfather clock. Tick, tock, back to high plank. Now, if you need a break, what do? You come down onto the knees, you pull the shoulders away from the ears, and you hold this plank. This is still going to challenge you, all right? So find what's going to work for you and stick with it. Time. All right, that one's really going to suck by the 4th round. I'm just saying it right now. All right, glute tap outs. So grab a dumbbell if you want. If you are grabbing one, it's the heavy one. Hold it close to the body, feet hip width apart. Quarter squat, tap, tap, and drive up. Good. So don't think about speed on this. This isn't a cardio move. This is still a strength move. So I want you to really focus on keeping that upper body quiet while we tap out. And then from there, we're a little warmer now. We know the move. Maybe we can sink down. And when I say we, I mean you. You can sink down into that squat deeper. Nah, I'm trying as well. The collective we. Last one. Time. Beautiful. All right. Arnie press. So set up your lower body, whatever's going to feel best for you and your low back. Whew. We start with the palms facing you, elbows down, rotate, press, slowly back down. Good. And breathe. So once again, we're focusing on strength, not high-speed movements to get the heart rate up. I want you to get in nice crisp reps, so that'll mean we need to slow it down a bit. Get those muscles all fired up around the shoulder and elbow joint. Last couple of reps. Time. All right. TikTok mountain climber, which I'm going to be completely honest, I may have to modify myself. Whew, I'm feeling today. Here we go. High plank. All right. Bringing that knee, tick-tock, feet back. Bring that knee in, tick-tock, high plank. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Gaze is slightly past the top of your mat. It's the upper body for me. I don't know if it's for you as well. Oh, the shoulders. Time. Whew. But there is a method to the madness of this programming. All right, 3rd round, glute tap outs. I got dog hair all over me, man. Holy cow. I just vacuumed too. All right, feet hip width. Tap it, drive it up through those heels. Good. I coordinated my shoelaces with my shirt today. I know. I'm almost looking like a fitness influencer, aren't I? I mean that dripping with sarcasm. I'm the farthest thing from one of those. If you only knew. I hope you listen to my advice. Whew. Time. But yeah. I'm not one of those where, hey, discount code's down below. Not one of those. All right, Arnie press. Okay, we got this. Here we go. Palms facing. I'm also just like you. When I work out, I just want to dress in the shit that I'm comfortable in. And sometimes it means my old black shirt that's baggy and the same black tights from Fabletics that cost me like $20 that I love. Woo, baby, time. All right, here we go. TikTok mountain climber. How about you, right? It's all about comfort. Yeah, I know, especially because you're working out in your own home. It does have nice, cute stuff. That does encourage you to work out. Ready? Go. TikTok mountain climber, but also just wearing your old ratty, holy shirt. Good sports bra, though. That's what you do need. That's where I do want you to spend your money. You don't want those girls all over the place. All right, modified. Whew. I'm just going modified to the last 15 seconds. All right, here we go. Last 15 seconds. Time. All right, you at home, this is it, last round. All right, this is what separates the girls from the women. Here we go. Boys from the men for the few good men that follow me here. Ready, set, go. Is that dumbbell still close to your body? Good job, you. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. Good. So that dumbbell's going to pull on those shoulders. Don't let that upper back of yours round. Last couple of reps here. Time. All right, Arnie press. Whew. Yeah, for a non-cardio workout, I'm sweating. Here we go, ready? Palms facing you, rotate, press, and then down. So when the arms are up there, the palms should be facing me. Almost there, last few reps. Come on, you. Let's do one more. Come on, get it in. Time. Woo, great job. All right, all right. Those nasty TikTok mountain climbers. Who's the stupid trainer that programmed these, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's just do it. I'm gonna quit whining. Ready? Go. I used to tell my personal training clients when they started complaining, you know, if you put as much effort into your exercise as you are into the whining right now, we'd have it done by now. Yeah, I'm not what you call an empathetic personal trainer. I'm sympathetic, but not empathetic. Woo, last 10 seconds, you. Come on. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! Shake out those arms. All right. Okay, grab a sip of water. Do not you dare leave me right now, though, because I've got to cool you down and stretch you out. Yes, you get the full meal deal with me. Okay. Yeah. As I like to say, I think that one's going to leave a mark in the shoulders. Yeah, tomorrow. Whew. All right, so we could just march it on the spot a little bit. You know, the heart rates are elevated. You know, mine's at 119 right now. So we just got to bring the heart rates down a little bit, and then we'll get down onto the mat to do some stretches. So you can march it around your house, do what you want to do, but nothing strenuous. We're trying to get the heart rate down. Okay, so let's take the breath in through the nose, nice and deep. And exhale through the mouth. Great job. Let's do that again. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale. Love it. Great job, you. All right. We're using the side of a wall or the side of your couch, bench, coffee table for the first stretch. Double up your mat. Protect the knee. All right. Right side of the body facing the wall, couch, table. Come onto the hands. Bring the laces of that right foot up. Step forward with the other leg and say hello to that quad as well as your hip flexor. So if you find you have to lean forward because it's just too intense, I want you to scoot yourself away from the wall, all right, because I do want you upright. The fibers of your psoas do situate on the lower lumbar spine, so we're flexed forward, we're not going to get that hip flexor stretch. So adjust accordingly so that you can be upright or even slightly extended back. Once you've got the stretch for hip and quad, and you'll probably feel quad more than hip, but inhale that arm straight up, exhale and lean away. It's a pretty intense stretch, but it is a really great one. It'll stretch out the muscles that we used in particular for the reverse lunges. And release. And then you can just slide your body to your side and get that leg out. All right, let's do the other side. So again, the easiest setup for me is to have the leg that's going to be up against the wall or whatever you're using. That side of your body is there. I come onto my hands, I slide the laces up and come forward. Woo! Yes. And once again, we want to be upright. If you can get your knee right back so it's against the wall and your heel touching your bum, bravo, that's where you're supposed to be. I'm nowhere near there. I'm working on it myself. All right, then inhale that arm straight up, separating rib from hip. Exhale, lean away. You'll feel your balance really challenged on this one as well, so if you've got to hold on to something close by, go for it. Or as I've always cued you, whenever you're trying to balance yourself, the best thing to do is just stare at something stationary. So that's not going to be me right now. So I know I'm kind of wobbling side to side. And release. All right, let's take ourselves so that we get a stretch into the glutes as well as into your upper back and shoulder region. Moving my mat here. And then for those of you that are aware of my OCD, it's got to be in a straight line. All right. Thread the right arm under. Stretch into that right upper back. And then you can take that left arm and walk it around the back. If you can grab onto that right thigh, awesome. And release it. Let's take that left arm, thread it under. Get the stretch for that left shoulder blade region, left shoulder, and then walk that right arm around. And release. Fingers are wide. Spread them as wide as you can. Turn the fingertips towards you now. Palms flat on the mat, and then just sit back on your heels till you feel the bottom part of the palm start to lift off your mat and hold. So we're stretching into the forearm as well as into the fingers and hands. All right. They need a good stretch because they were gripping that dumbbell the entire workout. Keep the elbows straight, but we're not hyperextending them. So for those of you that are quite flexible, you'll have to put some softness into that joint. Now we're going to peel the hands back having the fingertips the last to peel off. Oh, goodness, yeah, that feels so good. Kind of in a sick, twisted way, but it feels good. All right, let's take yourself onto your mat. Right ankle crosses over left thigh. Pull in for figure 4, stretching into the glute and hip area for those glute tap outs we did. Back of the neck is long, so here's a scoop or a tip for you. Lift the head up, tuck the chin in, then lower it down. We don't want too much of the front of your neck exposed. We want more length coming through the back. Foot on the ground. Now extend this right leg up for your hamstring stretch. Whew. So you're pressing that knee away from you. If you're able to, interlace the hands behind your thigh. If that feels comfortable, straighten your other leg. I see more dog hair all over me. For those of you that don't know me, I have 2 big dogs and a cat that I'm also allergic to. Allergic to dogs and cats. And release. Here we go, left leg. That's why they make Claritin. Here we go, lift it up. That feels nice, doesn't it? This is hitting a really deep hip rotator called your piriformis, and it can quite often be tight and angry, especially if you do work out a lot, because we use the hip rotators a lot and you don't stretch it out enough. Or if you do a lot of walking too. I find a lot of walkers have issues with this muscle. And this is also a beautiful stretch to do if you've gone on a long flight. So when you're in your hotel room or back at home, do these guys. Because now that we're allowed to fly, a lot of us are headed out more, aren't we? All right, foot on the ground, extend the left leg straight up. Get into this. My watch is asking me if I finished my workout. No, I am not finished my workout. Straighten the other leg if you'd like. I have an Apple Watch. It's really bossy. Tells me to stand if I've been sitting too long. It shames me because I'm not moving enough in my workout. Do I recommend one? No, I don't. All right, knees to chest. If you can, interlace the hands on top of the shins and then rock the knees side to side, getting a little massage into your low back, stretching into the glutes. And then hands on top of the knees and make some circles using the arms. And then 2 times in the other direction. And rock yourself up to a seated position. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hey, listen, if you're over 50 or close to it, come and join us on the Over 50 Fitness app. You'll have this workout as well as other instructors, ads free, as well as challenges, workout calendars. Yeah, it's pretty cool over there. Anyways, there's a free 14-day trial down below. And for those of you that are a part of the Over 50 Fitness community, head to the private Facebook group. I want to talk to you after this workout. All right, everybody, have yourself a wonderful day, and we will see you next sweat session. Bye.